We're going to do a little June reading wrap up, but also a reading update for how I'm doing in July so far, what I'm currently reading in July. I feel like it's not too late to do a June wrap up. It's not that far into June, or sorry, July. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I read 3 books in June, and they were all pretty good. I was really happy with my June reading. I've already talked about this first one. I've already talked about this first one. The first book I finished in June was The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. This was fantastic. I loved this book so much. It was so interesting. It was storytelling for the sake of storytelling, and I am not shy about the fact that I love storytelling. It's what draws me to books and movies and music and just creation and art. My favorite part of art in any form is storytelling, and this is really cool cultural storytelling. I really loved it. I've talked about it before. I will gladly go into more detail. This was so good. So good. And it was my first book in June, and it was so I loved it. Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. So good. The second book, well, maybe it'll work. Yeah, cool. The second book I read in June was A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. This was a twofold read for me. First, it was a book recommended to me a long time ago by one of my friends because it's one of her favorite books. I don't know why it took so long for me to read this. I'm the worst kind of mood reader. But it was so good. This also filled one of my bingo squares for a Bram Stoker Award winner. So this was really good. This is what this is everything I wanted my best friend's exorcism to be. It was so freaking good, and the bait and switch there, and I just I think I need to I need to read more Paul Tremblay for sure. That's like a given, but it's been almost a month since I finished this book, and I still have trouble getting my words articulately, my thoughts. I can't even say it. I'm having trouble articulately. Don't make fun of me if that was wrong. Explain my thoughts on this. I can't speak very well today, so we're just gonna roll with it. Um, but it was so good, and I really ghosts are kind of my thing anyway. You can't see it right now, but I've got like a bunch of ghosts on the top of my bookshelf. I have ghosts on my walls over there. Ghosts are like, I even have a little ghost. His name is George right here. You probably can't see him. His name is George. He's my buddy. Um, I love ghosts. I don't know what it is about them. They fascinate me. They're just fun sometimes. But this is really interesting. It's a really interesting take on exorcisms and the role of the church and society and the role of religion in one's life. And it's so good. And also mental health. It was a huge thing on mental health. And his writing is just so good. He's just so good at what he does. I loved this book so much. We'll be reading more Paul Tremblay for sure, but this is going to be hard to top. And I thought I read Cabin at the End of the World. I thought that one was going to be hard to top, and it was, but this one is better. It's better. It's so good. Okay. And then the last book I read I just squeezed it into I think I finished it on like June 29th, June 28th or 29th. I read Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This one was good. I've been meaning to read this one for a hot minute. It ticks off another bingo square for me for a book I've had for over a year but haven't read. I've had this for a lot longer than a year. Oh, this is 2022 is when I bought this one. Actually, it's a book of the month book. But I mean, it was good. It was a good time. I think I'm going to like Alice Feeney. I just don't know. I feel like this probably wasn't the best Alice Feeney for me to start with because it's loosely, and she says it in the book too. It's loosely based on, and then there are none, which was my first Agatha Christie and one of my favorite Agatha Christie's. So when we have that comparison, I get a little iffy on the book. But I thought it was fun. It was a very fun read. I did not see the end coming, which doesn't happen super often with me for these kind of twists. Usually it'll be like, I mean, it takes me a while. I have to get through most of the book, but before the end, I usually figure out who the killer is or like who the culprit is. Um, And I didn't on this one. And I was surprised that I didn't. But it was good. I had a lot of fun reading it. I'm going to do a book swap with my friend for Beautiful Ugly. And I think just based on what she's told me of Beautiful Ugly, I think I'm going to like that book more. But this one was a good one. This was a solid, I think I gave it like a 3.5 stars out of 5. So not bad, a good time. But June was a really good month for me. Not a huge month for reading wise, but I'm going to give myself a break because it's summer, and also we're getting the book quota out of our head. It's a work in progress, but we're getting there. So really, really good June. Really happy with it. Um, I also wanted to do a reading update because July is kind of turning out to be a banger month for my reading. Like I've had a lot of really good reads this month, like a lot of really good reads, and it's only halfway through. So right now, I'm reading four-ish, and maybe a couple more. Might pick up a couple more, four-ish books. I did start picking up Crime and Punishment again. I'm back in the headspace where I can read it. I think I've just talked about it enough recently that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll keep reading it. And I think I've read another 50-ish pages. It's so good. I love it so much. The main character is crazy. He's bonkers. Raskolnikov is insane. Like actually, I think like actually clinically insane. Um, it's just so good. And the ego on this guy, I'm so loving my time with this. I'm glad I'm back in the headspace where I can read it and like process it. I think it helped a lot that I stopped annotating because you can see I annotated a lot before and it was weighing me down. And I was like, oh, this is feeling more like a chore. And that's why I was reluctant to keep reading it. But I stopped annotating and I said, just enjoy the ride, read the bonker story, and then if you want to annotate later, you can. And that helped me a lot because it didn't feel like schoolwork anymore. Yay! But no, I've picked it back up. I'm reading it here and there, just like I'm trying to do at least 3 or 4 times a week. We pick it up and read it so we can steadily make some progress. But I think I'm going to get to a point where I'm just like, okay, I'm reading this one, or we're locked in. I feel like that point is coming. But really good so far. Really enjoying it. I just need to stop putting books up like that, I guess. I also finally started Red Rising. I'm about a third of the way through it, and I am having a good time. My tone doesn't make it sound like I'm having a good time, but I am having a very good time. It's a really good book. They should not have put on the back and on social media. People should not be comparing this to The Hunger Games, even though I feel like it's an apt comparison. It's all I think about now while I read it. As I'm reading it, I'm just thinking about The Hunger Games, and it is a fun story. I'm having a really good time with it. I'm actually having a better time reading Red Rising than I am Crime and Punishment. I'm really enjoying Crime and Punishment. It just, if I'm comparing it to The Hunger Games, and I'm always thinking about The Hunger Games, I'd rather read The Hunger Games. It's nothing against Pierce Brown or his writing or this book at all, because it's really good, but I'd rather read The Hunger Games, if I'm being so honest. I've heard Golden Sun, the second book, there's something that happens in Golden Sun that just like locks you in, like grips you. It's either something that happens in the middle or something that happens at the end. I'm waiting for that point. It's getting more interesting as I go in. I'm to a really interesting point in the book, but it's just not holding my attention right now because I'd rather be reading The Hunger Games. I've got to read. I've only read The Hunger Games, and I'm working on rereading the entire series before the movie comes out in September. I got to get moving on that. I got to read Catching Fire. I got to get moving on that front. So it's distracting reading this, thinking about The Hunger Games. But I will finish it. I have a feeling I might not finish it in July. It might be an August read for me. But so far so good. I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I promise. It's not like life changing for me, but it's a good book. And then I took the cover off because I've talked about this book. I hate the cover of this book. I think it's the worst cover of all time. But also Dust Jackets while I'm reading is kind of annoying. This is Dawn of the North, which is book 3 in the Ashen series. It's a romantasy. It's like a Norse romantasy, and it's the first romantasy I've read in a hot minute. I don't remember the last time I read a true romantasy. I'm reading Throne of Glass right now, like that series. So far, it's not super romantasy to me, so that's not. I'm not considering that series romantasy. I'm thinking of it as a fantasy series. This one is solidly romantasy. It's advertised as romantasy, and I forgot how much fun these books can be. Is it the best writing in the world? No, not really. But is it fun? Yeah, I'm having an excellent time. Dawn of the North. It's I think I like that it's Norse. The Norse mythology and the Norse like inspiration. That's always been really interesting to me. So this is just a really fun read. I will warn anybody that picks up the series. The first book, Road of Bones, is so cringy. I struggled to get through that one. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I kept reading it, but I had to get to the end, because I just felt it building. The second book was much better. This one is shaping up to be even better than the second book. So it's a lot of fun. If you want like a quick little, well, not quick, but a fun throwaway read, this is a good one. I'm like a third of the way through it, and I'm excited to keep going. Also, I just have to point out, shout out to my my friend for getting me this bookmark. It's not a new bookmark. I just love it. It's a Dungeon Crawler Carl bookmark, and this is a donut, and I get compliments on my donut all the time. So I love it. I use it all the time. Anyway, okay, the last book that I'm currently reading, speaking of Dungeon Crawler Carl, I'm finally, as of yesterday, guys, as of yesterday, I started the new Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is book 8, Parade of Horribles. I'm this far into it already. I'm like 165 pages into it already. I'm going to get through this book so fast, I can tell. I'm really scared for it. That's why I've been putting it off. I'm scared of this book, but it's so good. I love this series so much. Again, actually, no, his writing is better in this one. I did have some issues with his writing in DCC 7, This Inevitable Ruin, but I think it's because he was writing Operation Bounce Off at the same time, and I could tell, and I didn't like, he got, I wouldn't say lazy, but it wasn't as good as these are, but this one is picking back up. It's moving along better. The pacing is better, and the writing is better in this one, and I'm really thankful for that, but this is really good. I'm really scared. But I've got some really good things going, and I have some other books that I've started. I started The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I started that the other day. I'm probably going to wait until August or maybe even September to keep going with that one, but it's good. I'm enjoying it. I also started Tooth Sucker, which is by Caden Love. It's an independent book. I think I have it. Yeah, right here. I talked about this in my last video. It's so freaking cool. I'm really interested in it. I've read the first 2 chapters, I think. Oh no, I only read the first chapter. But it was really good, really interesting, a great hook for a chapter. And on the cover, I cannot get over how cool this cover is. As soon as I'm done with it, I can tell it's going to be one that I display because it's so cool. But I think I'm gonna get through these first and then keep reading this. One might be the next one that I read, but I'm still gonna finish these first. But yeah, I am something about this last few weeks. I don't know, something clicked in my brain. I had like a turn in my brain, and like, oh my god, my spark for reading is back, which is great because I was a little bit slumpy in May. Actually, April and May and a little bit of March. It was a little bit slumpy for me, but we're picking back up, and I'm loving the direction we're going in. So yeah, I've already read 3 books this month. One of them was only 60 pages long. So if I didn't finish that one quickly, I would have been disappointed in myself, regardless of reading speed. Um, but my July is going very, very well. I'm very excited to keep this momentum going. How's your July going? How was your June? If you have anything to share, if you have any recommendations, if you've read any of these books, feel free to chat about it. I'm so excited. Yeah, happy reading, guys.